from Oracle Park in San Francisco. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the San Francisco Giants. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And today's starter, Logan Webb. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Stephen Kwan swings through it for strike 1. And foul ball. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That one back. And out of here. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. And it gives him the lead in the first. It's 1-0.
Nothing better than hitting a home run to put your team out in front. He's enjoying a fun trip around the bases. Well, you got to love a game that brings some action from the jump. And at the plate, he was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And, you know, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count, trying to get on. They're looking to make some noise and do some damage.
Now it's going to be Kyle Manzardo. Back there. And that one's gone into the bleachers. They go back to back and they boost their lead. It's 2-0. He sent the first pitch over the wall.
Must have dinner reservations because he wasn't wasting any time at the plate in that at bat. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Laser could be trouble. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Logan Webb won't go any further, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Randy Rodriguez will take over here.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Man at first, nobody out. And here's the first baseman, Carlos Santana. Yeah, that's fouled off. Rodriguez measures 6 feet even. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, and he works in a changeup. Foul ball there. There's a swing and a drive. This looks like extra bases. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Lane Thomas, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. That's the third, and that's just foul.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
That one ripped. Lee squeezes it, 1 away. Angel Martinez digs in for the Guardians. To the right side, and that's a fair ball. Can't glove it cleanly.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Will Brennan. That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. And they hold the runner at third. Bases remain loaded here. Still only one gone. Bo Naylor at the plate now. This one is blasted. A no-doubter. Grand slam. He unloads on that one. Their third home run of the inning. And they add on. It's 7-0.
They wasted no time in that at bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it. Well, he comes through big time with the grand slam here, but you also got to give some credit to the guys ahead of him. Good at bats to get on base and really set the table for a very special moment in this one.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Randy Rodriguez is done, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. A change in the first, and here's the new arm, Eric Miller.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Here's Brian Rocchio, and first offering is fouled off. Still only one out here in the inning. Foul ball. Foul ball, still 0-2. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. McRae sizes this one up, and there's two away. 2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Cleveland, Stephen Kwan. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. Next for the Guardians is the designated hitter, Kyle Manzardo. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Ripped on a line to center. Lee racing over to make the catch. But they take the lead on a huge 7-run outburst. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Guardians 7 and the Giants nothing. And we're back. Today's starting pitcher, Tanner Bybee. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, this guy featuring that straight four-seam fastball, but off of it throws the cutter, and really he's most effective when he's using that cutter off the four-seam fastball just to miss the barrel of the bat. Not always going to see the swings and misses, but if you can somehow get weaker contact, you have a chance to collect some outs. Now, it's going to look the same until the very last second, so hitters are going to have to make a decision and hope that sometimes they're able to guess right.
Swing and a miss. Tanner Bybee with the strikeout.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
1-1.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Puts it away for the out. 2 down, base is empty. Willie Adames now at the plate. Swing and a fly ball well struck left field. Kwan heads after it and makes the play, and that's out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, Jose Ramirez. And first offering is fouled off.
Now, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He flexes his power with that swing, and they add a run. It's 8-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. That one ripped. And it hits the fence. Man at first. So in now for Cleveland, Lane Thomas. He's 0 for 1. And it's fouled away. And a pitch. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Makes the grab, 1 away. Angel Martinez digs in for the Guardians. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that one hops the wall. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with 1 down. So 1 out with 2 aboard. Stepping up for the Guardians, Will Brennan. Hammered, base hit. And they stop him at third, so bases loaded with 1 away. Bo Naylor digs in for the Guardians. He hit a grand slam his first time up. That one drilled left field. And there are 2 outs.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Base hit, 1 run is in. Runner holds up at third, base is still loaded. 2 away as 1 comes across. Here comes the manager. So they turn things over to the righty, Sean Shelley.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute 1 pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
2 outs, bases full. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. And a liner out into right center for a base hit. 1 run is in. Ball comes in. Runner stops at third. Base is still loaded with 2 out. Next to hit, Kyle Manzardo. Swing and a line drive ripped right center field. And that is that. So they get 3 runs in the inning, but they also leave the bases loaded. Now to the bottom of the second. Guardians 10 and the Giants nothing. back here in San Francisco. We head to the bottom of the second. Now Matt Chapman at the plate. And that one fouled off. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball one. Our umpire for this one, Freddie Ferguson. A consistent umpire by all accounts.
Yeah, I think the book on him is that he's not necessarily by the book with his strike zone. But once you figure out where he's calling strikes, you can pretty much count on him to stay with that throughout the game.
On the ground. Finds its way through, base hit. And a good start to the inning. So here's Wade now. There's the strike. 95 of that one. Chapman gets his lead at first with nobody out. Clips the outside corner, and that's strike two. Into center. That's a hit. Chapman on his way to third. And now runners at the corners, nobody out. So they're at the corners now. Here's Elliot Ramos in the air, right field. Brennan on the move. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Runner from third comes across. It's 10-1. Coming home. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And it's now 10-2. So up next, Patrick Bailey. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Runner at third here, nobody out. He swings and fouls one off. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Some high cheese for strike three.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with two strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Hard hit right side. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Just looked like he pushed that throw. Not a long distance, so something definitely broke down mechanically. Sometimes the shorter throws can be harder to make. You don't see many high throws from second baseman over to first because they usually don't have to put much on it. Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
The 0-2. Good eye in that spot.
Outside. Really good take, especially with two strikes.
Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss. And the Giants down to their final out.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Hit to right, and that should do it. And that'll do it. The Guardians take this one in a blowout.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to turn this one into a blowout.
Final score here today, 10-3. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.